Welcome to high school basketball coverage from VTV Channel 6. I'm John Nerdin, and with me is Brandon Jones. Hey, Brandon, how you doing?
Good. How are you doing, man? It's going to be an exciting game tonight.
You got a chance to see these teams. Our matchup tonight, Duchesne and Tabiona. You were over in Tabiona. Got to see that game.
You bet. Just a couple of weeks ago, we were there. It was freezing cold, negative. I think it was about negative 18 there. But the defense was just crazy on both of these teams. Both of them got it going. It was a real low-scoring game, 31-36. Not typical in a high school game, but with these two teams, they just play defense and get into each other's faces. And I don't expect anything different tonight with these two teams.
You know, we watched the JV game, and Tabiona had a pretty young team, but varsity-wise, both teams have a few seniors. In fact, Tabiona is senior heavy, so look for them to battle tonight and look to get some redemption. And Duchesne wants the whole court here at home. So we got a hold of Coach Hoops and talked to him a little bit about his keys to the game. He, of course, always, you know, number one key, rebounding. Every coach wants to rebound more than the other team. Without rebounding, you don't win a high school game. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, especially, like you said, these are both defensive teams. It's important to get rebounds because then you're spending so much time on defense that if you have to go another possession playing defense, it just makes your guys tired. So rebounding and getting that ball to your offense is just huge.
And he doesn't even differentiate. He wants defensive and offensive rebounds. And you know, if you get 2 or 3 chances on the offensive board, that's just so devastating. So rebounds, key number one. Number two, transition points, which obviously just kind of what you just said. As you get a rebound and you push it up and you get back to offense, those transition points, scoring on the fast break, super important for any high school game, but you know, that's his key tonight. And then turnovers. And again, he doesn't specify whether he wants to make the other team turn it over or if he wants to limit, and I'm assuming he means limit turnovers from Duchesne.
Yeah, they really value the basketball, and you'll see when they pass it crisp. They don't want to get any turnovers. They value the ball like no other.
You know, and we didn't get a hold of Coach Gines. Tabiona, of course, obviously for them, it's going to be quite important to just stay in the game. A little bigger crowd over here, and not let that affect their game, you know. Just stay with it and keep it close. Maybe they can win this one. So, looks like we're going to have a good matchup, though, as we watch them warming up. You see some of the administrators over there just keeping an eye on things. You know, two crosstown rivals. You know, great atmosphere at Duchesne High School. Nothing better than having everybody in town watching the basketball game, and the crosstown crew is here as well. We'll be right back after a few words and get ready for the start of the game, look at starting lineups, and go from there.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
On the current episode of Wild Air, Blake Finn takes us along on his archery deer hunt. Then we follow the DWR as they release some turkeys in the Brook Cliffs. All of this on the latest episode of Wild Air. Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Welcome back to Duchesne High School. Well, we're about 4 or 5 minutes away from the starting tip-off. And Brandon, you've got some stats from some of the kids as we look at Duchesne. Who's the scoring leader on Duchesne, and how did the kids match up in points there?
Yeah, definitely. We're going to have a good matchup. Duchesne has some good scorers. Chad Lewis, number 11. Watch him as he balls out. He leads the team in threes and points. He has 219 points this year so far, averaging 15 points per game. And then also look at Cade Lamborn. This dude just comes off on the boards like crazy, gets putbacks, just has some amazing rebounding stats, and then also puts up 137 points this year with 9 points per game. And on the other side, two exciting players as well to look for is Bo Bateman at number 2. And he's got 235 points, and he's averaging just 13 points per game. And then looking at Cameron Leffler, he's your do-everything guy, gets rebounds, points. He has 155 points this year. He's a 9 points per game guy. Also, their leading stealer. He likes to get his hands in the passing lanes, and watch for these guys just to fill it up. So last time it was a big defensive battle, and what me and John were talking about, they want to concentrate on some transition to get it to open up a little bit. Maybe we can get a little bit more scoring and not allow it to be such a stifling defensive performance on both sides. So those are the kind of the guys that you want to look for tonight that are going to score and make big things happen for both teams.
So a couple of players to watch for each team. You know, Brandon, one of the things I see out there, Bo Bateman, he's one of the littler guys on the floor, and knocking down three-pointers in warm-ups, and I would assume he handles the ball a lot. It's in his hand. The highest scorer on the floor tonight would be Chad, and then Bo right after him. So that will be a good battle. One big, one point guard, and I don't want to call him a little, but one big, one little, scoring points against each other, and definitely a challenge to match up these two teams. I think if I was coaching, there would be a little challenge on who to play who, where, what. You know, size-wise, they're not much different. They're about the same. Again, they both have senior presences, and you know, even the juniors that play a lot of minutes for Duchesne are definitely seasoned players, and they all play football. Tabiona's a little smaller school. They don't have a football team. You know, it's interesting to see how that American football makes a huge difference. Friday nights under the lights, you know, good football players tend to make good basketball and baseball players. One note, Duchesne's going to go to 2A next year, Brandon.
That's exciting news for their football team. They've just been kind of dominating in that 1A division, and it's going to be such a huge opportunity for them to go to 2A and battle those guys that are a little bit harder and test themselves even more.
Hey, as we're getting ready for the starting lineups, we're going to hit the national anthem, so we'll take a quick break and then come back for the starting lineups.
Dr. Carl Breitenbach, Dr. Rod Anderson, Dr. John Griffith, Dr. Daniel Kwok, and Dr. Ethan Pettit. All part of the great team for obstetric and newborn care at Ashley Regional Medical Center. Our obstetric team has over 80 years of combined experience in delivering your baby and working closely with a highly trained team of obstetrical nurses. Our pediatrics team can treat newborns at 34 weeks and older in our Level 2 NICU, providing you with the opportunity to stay close to home with your friends and family to support you. Our new Women's Center opening in 2018 will provide the latest in amenities for your comfort and quality of care. Worried about costs? Our new Storks program can provide you with the help you may need. You can ask any of our providers for more information. You can trust the care at Ashley Regional for you and your newborn. Ashley Regional, making communities healthier.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
On the current episode of Wild Air, Blake Finn takes us along on its archery deer hunt. Then we follow the DWR as they release some turkeys in the Book Cliffs. All of this on the latest episode of Wild Air.
So we're back here at Duchesne High School where we've got the starting lineups happening right now. Tabiona has announced Bo Bateman, Jackson Fabrizio, number 10, Daniel Ludwig, number 15, Wyatt Fabrizio, and then number 32, Cameron Leffler. And here we go with Duchesne's starting lineup. You've got number 1, Clay Giles. Number 2, Weston Paulson. Then you've got number 11 is Chad Lewis coming out. Jarrett Spencer, number 24. And then the last guy that starts for them is Cade Lamborn, number 31. And here he comes out. Get ready for some basketball. We got a whole crew of hometown crowd favorites wanting a big 5 from everybody on the team. And a couple of players come down, give them a little bit of love. Keeps the students coming and supporting in the student section. What a great tradition that is to start a basketball game by giving all the younger kids a little 5, Brandon.
Yeah, you got to love the atmosphere of high school basketball and how everybody comes out from the town and comes and watches their team play. Just the energy is just awesome.
And here we go. Players shake hands, and it's game on. So with anxious anticipation, Brandon, when I played basketball back at 100 years ago in high school, I was always so nervous at this moment, just the emotion and the butterflies and the excitement. And that ball goes up and the whistle blows, and it just went away, and it was game on. So there you go, game on. Bounces around. Weston misses the handle, and is that
Jackson Fabrizio up on the point.
ball. Little pitch out, 3-point attempt. Nothing doing, and Weston pulls that one down, handles his business. Giles with the bell high dribble up top. Just a little patient start here for Duchesne. Look inside, a look outside, and the ball moving around. Tabiona with a man-to-man. Man-to-man all the way around, it looks like. And Giles goes in. Just a circus shot, Brandon.
Really good move, almost a Eurostep at the very end. Just gets it to go in. And like you said, with the defense of Duchesne going man-to-man, they're so hard to get by. So that was a really good slash there by Giles.
And a little bit of a rushed shot there from Wyatt Fabrizio. But not a bad look, not a bad look. So let's see if we can figure out here what, are they going man-to-man? Yeah, they're all man-to-man. Tabiona just about a face guard man-to-man. So screens are going to work well. And Tabiona gets a decent look at that.
Yeah, you'll watch Duchesne try to do those pick and roll things, and Tabiona does so good of getting off those screens and staying on their guys. You watch how they just do their job. Good rebound there.
And a little wild shot from Jackson Fabrizio. And someone got hammered. Something happened in the middle. Not sure exactly what it was. Maybe a step on an ankle. We're going to take a
Cade Lamborn is down
look
on
at
the
this.
play.
I don't know if we've got a L&L monster replay or a L&L replay here. And it just doesn't show it. I didn't think we'd get it. We had Chad Lewis going hard to the hole, and something happened there with, who is that laying down?
Cade Lamborn, number 31.
And he, they're not really looking at him hard yet, so hard to tell. Hey, we're going to take a quick 30-second break, and we'll come back here in a minute and see. We'll let you know what's going on.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Here we are back. Chad Lewis makes his second of 2 free throws. And Cade Lamborn's walking. He's limping pretty good. I'm sure he sprained his ankle, came down on someone's foot. He'll be all right. Don't know if he'll be all right tonight, but. And I think that was a great job from Bo Bateman to bait the ref into calling a foul on Duchesne, who was kind of going the other way and didn't look like they were really fouling him.
Yeah, that's 3 possessions in a row, 2 for Duchesne and 1 for Tabiona, both just slashing to the rim, trying to get right at the rim with a layup.
Here you see on the L&L replay, just goes up and just he creates the contact, and there's no foul there. But, you know, looks like a foul. It is a foul, right? Hey, you know, you wouldn't have this great coverage without some of our wonderful sponsors. L&L Motor wants to remind you that it's the love of the game, the players, the competition, the diehard fans that matters most. Let each mile you drive in your L&L Motor vehicle take you to the moments that matter most in life. Struggled to get that in, but they end up getting it in. You know, and they've done that quite a bit, Brandon, where that was Wagner there, but they've come from the right side going left and trying to make that shot just right over the middle.
Yeah, they're just trying to get into the paint and get something to go.
Here you see on the L&L replay the same thing over and over and over again from 3 different players.
And I like that attack mode. I mean, you just want to slash and get in there and get fouled or get the layup.
And Wagner makes the first one. Wagner's a pretty good scorer for Tabiona. This time he does it through the bank. Nothing but bank. It's just, again, pretty defensive. You know, Duchesne settles for a pretty deep 3. Deep shot, deep rebound. That was a good job from Weston Paulson, pull that one down. Giles trying to run traffic, looking for those screens to happen, trying to be patient. Little hook there. Boy, I think that was a really tough call. You're going to see here on the L&L replay, I do not believe that's a foul on Chad Lewis. He's standing there, and he's the one who got fouled, but oftentimes the dirty screen's what they call there, so.
See what kind of offense that Tabiona will come up with on this possession.
You know, and nothing wrong with the foul call. Just, you know, it could go either way for sure. Bo just has that look of determination, you know, like, I'll back this up and let's make something happen.
Yeah, Bo's a really good player. Like you said, he's a shorter guy, but he plays bigger than he is. He can jump out of the gym, too. So he has some outstanding ball capabilities here, too.
Weston with the good defense, good rebound. Giles pushing the ball up the floor. You know, and they're calling this really tight. Everything's real tight here in the first quarter. And both teams, you know, a lot of turnovers on calls. And it's a 2-4 game. Pretty fun game so far.
Yeah, like you said, they're just so similar, both these teams. And the coaches, you know, Giants and Hoops, they both have similar game plans, and they actually coach the same. And when their team gets out of sorts, they call timeouts right away, and they're really professional at doing stuff when that happens. So,
you know, one of the things I noticed that they both do is they play man-to-man, half-court man-to-man. There's no switching, no, you know, there's good help, but geez, that's a good shot.
did you see the height on that jump shot that he got?
Hand in his face,
unbelievable.
maybe even hit his elbow and still made that shot. Giles hands that one off. Who is number 22? Grail.
Ammon Grail.
Has a look. No good. Tabby ball. There you see Bo running the show from the top. And they do a lot of up and down screening between the wings and the 2 and 3 guards.
And you can see Duchesne, it's just hard to penetrate him, but Brendan Wagner got in there and penetrated, as I was saying, that they couldn't, and gets 2.
Commentator curse goes against Duchesne on that one. Giles steps in, takes a look.
And they want to get looks for Spencer. He's been hot at 3 lately. There it is again. Oh, he's got 2 so far, but missed just off the rim barely. But he's been coming along late with that 3-pointer.
He looks to shoot it too. He gets a sniff of a look and it's going up. Look for him to start hitting that and then being dangerous. Great fan base here at Duchesne High School. Lots of kids. Going to give the business a little bit for air ball. Giles with the quick shot and an air ball back on the other end. So air one way, air the other. No harm, no foul.
The hustle of both these teams is impressive. Just watching them go get balls that are, you know, going out of bounds, saving them, going all over the floor. If there's a ball, they go like it's a fumble, like you say in football. And these guys just are all high energy and heart.
Jaron Mortensen just checked in. Going to play deep in the, they almost look like they're on a zone now, but they're not. It's still man-to-man. They just play a really good help defense. And another good take to the basket by Brennan.
Yeah, Brendan Wagner has 4 points now, looking to be big this game. He's got a big frame up for their Tabiona team.
There's a switch from Tabiona, so they're happy to switch their man-to-man. Someone gets lost on Giles, and he's wide open.
Lewis for 3, just can't get it.
You know, just a little hurried, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If he just takes a half second longer, he'll probably knock that one down, and it puts the game really tight. Instead, he comes down and rides the Tabiona player and gets a foul called on him. You know, you just can't ride them that long. The ref's trying not to call it. Can't help it. Here we go. You see him, and he's just riding him.
Yeah, so that's the first foul called on Chad Lewis, and in the last game we called with these two teams matching up, Chad Lewis had a little bit of foul trouble, and he had a little bit of foul trouble against Union a couple weeks ago too. So he's got to stay under control and also know that his foul count, because once he gets 2 or 3 fouls and has to sit out, takes him out of rhythm. You like him to be aggressive, but you don't want him to be getting fouls 30 feet out.
Tabiona very calm on the ball. Nice battle. I see one of the battles heating up is Giles and Bateman just working each other.
Giles is just a great defender. He keeps his body in a great position. Good rebound there by Lamborn, but just
the
went off his
bounces are going. The bounces are tending to go towards Tabiona right now. Just a pretty bad shot from Bo, and he gets the ball back out of bounds off of a Duchesne player standing under the basket.
Yeah, it's good to see Cade Lamborn back out on the court after his injury there. It's a 4-point game. Duchesne looks to run a play here and get some people involved. Jarrett Spencer takes the ball.
So I'm assuming Cade must have just gone back, got taped, and now he's ready to go.
Yeah, he's good.
He looks fine. Cutting well, running well. Duchesne needs to be patient for a really good look here.
Yeah, looks like Duchesne put some mass substitutions in. There's not a lot of starters out there besides Cade Lamborn and Jarrett.
And
Jarrett nails the three.
That's what we talked about early in the broadcast. With 3 seconds left, Tabby takes a shot, just about knocks it in. That look off of an offensive rebound, just tough to get. 3 points in you. Hey, that's the end of the first quarter. We'll be right back after these messages.
Dr. Carl Breitenbach, Dr. Rod Anderson, Dr. John Griffith, Dr. Daniel Kwok, and Dr. Ethan Pettit. All part of the great team for obstetric and newborn care at Ashley Regional Medical Center. Our obstetric team has over 80 years of combined experience in delivering your baby and working closely with a highly trained team of obstetrical nurses. Our pediatrics team can treat newborns at 34 weeks and older in our Level 2 NICU, providing you with the opportunity to stay close to home with your friends and family to support you. Our new Women's Center, opening in 2018, will provide the latest in amenities for your comfort and quality of care. Worried about costs? Our new Storks program can provide you with the help you may need. You can ask any of our providers for more information. You can trust the care at Ashley Regional for you and your newborn. Ashley Regional, making communities healthier.
Welcome back to Duchesne High School. We love all our sponsors and so appreciative of everyone who puts in a little effort to make these broadcasts happen. Every Thursday night, 6:30, you get an opportunity to rewatch some of the highlights from each of these games that we broadcast on the Sports Spin. A great new show, been out a year, a little more than a year. Mark Mason, John Nurden, take a look at it.
A good look by Cade Lamborn right there.
Duchesne had a great quarter break. They come out strong, get a good look from a player they were worried about, giving him a little confidence.
Yeah, he sealed his guy, went deep in the post, and just put it right in. I mean, I think that was called by the coach in that first quarter huddle there.
You can see these kids play a lot of basketball. Very comfortable with the ball at their hands, very comfortable looking to score. And what else are you going to do in the winter in Duchesne and Tabiona, Utah?
Yep, both these teams,
play a little ball.
They both start dribbling the basketball at very young ages in both these towns. Even their big guy can dribble the ball really well.
Cade, he just showed he could handle that. And Jarrett Spencer gets knocked on his can, and the only benefit is your ball still.
Jarrett Spencer.
Chad coming back in, pulsing out, and number 25, Corbin Young was in for a little bit, and in came Giles as well.
Jarrett Spencer's already knocked down 1 3 tonight. 1 for 3. We'll keep on him. Good pass by Spencer.
And there's the Giles and Bo Bateman battle. Nice rebound, little man getting up, getting done.
That was a nice spin move there by Chad Lewis going into the middle too. Just didn't get it to go in, but it's a $1 million move and a 10-cent finish.
I like it. Bateman just lowers his head, hands the ball to Giles. Giles goes the other end for 2. Duchesne up in this game now.
Did you see the afterburners?
Definitely going to be a timeout. You're going to see
Oh
it just a
my.
30-second. Coach is going to yell at his kid, you got to get back. Oh, just a little excitement there.
Did you see the afterburners of Giles on that play after he caught the rebound? Just took off.
Here
He
you
just
see
takes off and he has nobody.
L&L bringing us the replay and brings the house down. Hey, one of our great sponsors, Strata Networks, is proud to help bring you live coverage of local sports. Enjoy reliable coverage and unbeatable speeds from the company that brings you more local cell sites than any other carrier. Nationwide 4G LTE coverage and the latest devices from your favorite brands. Get in there, let Strata know you heard about them through our great coverage of high school sports and that they're a great sponsor. And they'll help you out. They got lots of programs in there. Right now, get a 4G smartphone for $0 down and upgrade in as early as a year with Strata Plus. Learn more about Strata Networks at stratanetworks.com. All right, here we go. Little timeout break, see if Tabiona can pull it back together. They were up by 4 in this game, and they have given a 7-point run to the hometown Duchesne Eagles.
Yeah, looking for him to get it to either Leffler or Brandon Wagner underneath or Bo Bateman to make a play.
And there
There's
is.
Leffler right there.
Leffler, you know, he missed one the first shot of the game. He was a little nervous to take the first look he had. Seems like he gets such a better look on the second look. And there you go, Jared Spencer, inside out. Often a good way to go after your 3-point plays. And rebounding goes the way of Tabiona. So 3-4 guys go up. Tabiona comes down with the ball.
Yeah,
We got us a basketball game, Brandon.
We do got a basketball game. Ludwig went up pretty strong with that right there to get that rebound. I think he had position. I think it was a good call.
You always think the refs make good calls, don't you?
I was a ref for like church basketball,
All
so
right,
I kind
I
of
see it, I
can
see it.
kind of see their point of view sometimes.
I've reffed lots of sports. Refs are horrible. Just kidding. I love the refs. Couldn't have the game without them. Appreciate these two for being here and taking care of us, doing such a good job. And you see Coach there. I don't know if you can see him just like, wow, watch my boy here. He's getting hammered. Now he's going to go work the ref. Here you see on the L&L replay. Unfair, unfair. You know, you're bailing him out, but it could be a foul too. So,
Yeah,
but
I'm
when you
not-
look at the foul calls, 6 for the home team, 1 for Tabiona.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that call either. It looks like he just kind of lost his footing.
And there's a great defensive play. Number 23, Mortensen, does a great job of stripping that ball and knocking it off of Wagner. Lewis back in, and they keep subbing him in and out, and it's hard to get a rhythm. You know, I know Coach is working on him just to settle him in. If he can settle in, he's a great player. Can throw up some points for these guys.
They really want to work on his foul trouble, I think, is the biggest issue with him. I mean, his biggest issue is just not being on the floor. Giles is a great floor leader. He can see the floor so well. You see how he cut that pass right into number 2 to Weston Polson. Great play.
You know, and you're going to give the assist out to Giles, but Polson with a great individual effort as well. Just up and under and focused to finish.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Giles' vision. I mean, he's got eyes in the back of his head. He can see things that people can't. That's a good interior pass.
Inside out. Both a little shuck and jive. Nice rebound. Big rebound.
Big time Leffler. Big rebound. Gets it back out to Bo Bateman. Bateman for 2. Gets a block by Cade Lamborn.
And here comes Duchesne with the ball. Jared Spencer, a little jig, a little jag. And a big thump and nothing.
This is some up and down basketball here live at Duchesne. Good move there. Brandon Wagner for 2. That is 11 to 13. 13-13
I was gonna
score.
say, they
yeah,
just put that on the wrong place. It is officially 13 to 13. And a great down, up and under. Lamborn with the 2-1. Wagner with the foul. You know, you can hear Brandon, the crowd behind us saying, you got to call it both ways. You know, the Duchesne. Again, here we see on the L&L replay what a great finish this is. Nice catch, nice battle, up and under, nice finish. And, you know, it's always hard when your team's not getting fouls called. And both teams are playing some pretty good basketball. Nothing wrong with the officiating right now. Just a little lopsided on calls. Probably with justification. Nothing wrong with Duchesne battling hard like they are.
Yeah, great job by Lamborn pushing his body into the defender so that he could get the foul and one. So just strong play.
You know, I like how they zip the ball around the top. If they're going to pass around the top, they make something happen with it. Tabiona.
And that's what they do. They'll pass the ball until they get a wide open shot.
Ludwig, you know, he's not really a thug-looking guy, but he's pretty tough-looking, I'll tell you. I like the haircut, too. That's coming from a bald guy, you know. Kind of that late 90s look.
That's how you used to do it.
Yeah, that was a lot longer ago than the 90s. Giles with the ball. Again, on the court, Marshall for Duchesne. Nice turn. Boy, that was a great finish. He just a zig and a zag and says goodbye.
Yeah, score was tied 13-13. Cade Lambert puts his team on his back and makes the points right in a row, big time.
Just a quick 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Ashley Regional making communities healthier. Dr. Burke Young and Dr. Adam Madsen providing orthopedic care at Ashley Regional. Need a family physician? Visit our website at ashleyregional.com for a list of all our physicians. You know, we have pretty great facilities here in the basin for medical, and Ashley does a great job. And they sponsor high school sports, so let them know you heard about them here, and thank you for doing that. Great L&L replay, one of our other sponsors. They do a great job. L&L is always helping VTV out with sponsoring about everything there is in athletics, so big thanks to them as well, and all of our sponsors.
It's just awesome we can get these games and give it to our viewers here in the basin, something that I've always dreamed of when I was playing basketball or football. In Wyoming, we didn't have this kind of type of video broadcast. It's just awesome.
Nobody does. The basin's pretty lucky this way. All right, so Fabrizio with the ball. Is that Wyatt? Wyatt Fabrizio. Pushing the pressure. They pass the ball to Bateman. He steps out of bounds. Duchesne ball. Duchesne up by 4.
It's an important possession for both sides, you know, for Tabiona to get a stop so this doesn't get any more of a deficit. So, and then Duchesne, they could maybe start pulling away if they can just get a big shot here.
And Duchesne being very patient, looking for a good look.
Dude,
and they get it.
Lamborn is hot, making his last 3 shots and the and one play. I mean, he's killing it.
Can you imagine if he didn't get the play? He was hurt. Wyatt with the quick 3 and just hits the front rim and barely misses that one. And a deep 3-pointer, little light, maybe ill-advised, but trying to get himself going.
And nothing for Lewis,
you know,
right there.
Lewis is just can't get a rhythm right now, but feed the beast. Lamborn's got it. He's got your back. And there's a good finish.
And that's what you need. You need more scorers than just one. I mean, when your guy's on an off night, you need to have someone else step up big, and that's what Lamborn's doing right now.
So another one of our great sponsors, Savage, is proud to sponsor VTV's coverage of live high school basketball.
And Lamborn again.
He is on fire. Watch out. Here you go on the, see the fire? He's lighting up the L&L Monster replay, or the L&L replay. I keep saying the L&L Monster replay, Brandon, because that's a segment on the Sports Spin where we cover some of the big highlight, high plays. And this kid might make it there tonight.
Yeah, that's like his second and one play in like 3 minutes span. Last time when I saw him play too, he had 4 or 5 and ones, I think. He is so good at using his body. It's just crazy.
Not finishing up those three-point plays very well, but everything else going his way. There you see the old school Duchesne uniforms. Love the short shorts. I think they got those from my high school days. Bateman and Giles going at it, mano a mano, up above the key. And a little patience from Tabiona, figuring let's try to get the last one. You know, we're down 6. Let's see if we can get a good look here at the end. 5 seconds for Bo with a great look. Nobody really gets the rebound. Super good right there. Hey, we're going to take a quick break. Hear a word from our sponsors. We'll be back with some highlights of the first half.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
On the current episode of Wild Air, Blake Finn takes us along on its archery deer hunt. Then we follow the DWR as they release some turkeys in the Book Cliffs. All of this on the latest episode of Wild Air.
So I love that commercial for Wild Air. You know, anybody watching, anyone sees that show on VTV, you know, they love any footage you have. So if you go out hunting, you go out do anything in the outdoors, take some video footage. Landscape is better. Send that thing in, see if they can get you on their show. So we're going to do a little bit of highlights from the first half. This first one we're going to look at is Giles' layup as he just, oh, I lied. It's Wagner. 2 points. Here you go.
Jarrett Spencer for 3.
Lamborn? Anyone? Oh, there's the Giles.
Giles turning
takeaway.
on the Jets. Getting in the lane.
Wagner. Paulson does a great job. I love that play. Just strong. Wagner's strong tonight, too.
Yeah, they need to go a little bit more to him in the second half. Lamborn with that outstanding
And
and
look
one
at the
play.
fired up, just throws an arm, says, oh, yeah.
Get it.
And Wagner's like, wait a minute, how are we giving him all that?
Lamborn again.
And again.
And again.
One more time, Lamborn. And that time, a couple of Tabiona players just looking at the ref like, what's going on here? So, you know, great first half. Down by 6. What does Tabiona need to do now?
You know what? This happens a little bit to them too when they get a little bit lackadaisical in their defense, and then their coach gets them right back into it. So this deficit is nothing for them. They'll be right back.
And Duchesne's in the halftime going, hey, guys, a lot more of that. Just keep it up. Look, you know, we had 6-2 on the fouls. They're not really giving us anything. Just let's go take the game ourselves. It's time to finish it off.
Yeah, they'll keep the pedal down, and then they'll probably even establish Lamborn even more. But on Tabiona's side, they're going to want to double team this guy and get it in someone else's hands. And then I like to point out Giles, man. He was killer on the defense too. Bo Bateman was held to like 2 points in that first half, which is really hard to do. And even on that last second shot, he had a hand right in his face. He can't get open.
No, he's having trouble getting open, and looks to me that he often does get open on his own, and he can rise up above the rest and score. I always say when you have a team that struggles with a little bit of scoring, because they're just missing those shots that they have. It's really hard. You know, they show us on TV, and I'm trying to talk, and I see myself. What an ugly sucker.
Look at all that
is.
hair.
That's why I do this without the TV. Anyway, back to what I was saying. You know, you see them having that opportunity to shoot. It's a good look. It's a good look. It's a good look. But they miss. Look for Tabiona to come back. Take those same good looks and shoot the ball well. Percentages usually go up in the second half.
Yeah, they did get some good looks. They worked the ball around till they got an open shot. They just weren't falling in that first half, and sometimes that happens when you're playing on the road. I mean, it's just not the same when you're, you know, at home. So look for them to get established and maybe get comfortable in that second half where those shots that are not going, they'll start to go in.
Hey, that's great. Let's take a little break, and we'll be back with the second half.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Dr. Carl Breitenbach, Dr. Rod Anderson, Dr. John Griffith, Dr. Daniel Kwok, and Dr. Ethan Pettit. All part of the great team for obstetric and newborn care at Ashley Regional Medical Center. Our obstetric team has over 80 years of combined experience in delivering your baby and working closely with a highly trained team of obstetrical nurses. Our pediatrics team can treat newborns at 34 weeks and older in our Level 2 NICU, providing you with the opportunity to stay close to home with your friends and family to support you. Our new Women's Center, opening in 2018, will provide the latest in amenities for your comfort and quality of care. Worried about costs? Our new Storks program can provide you with the help you may need. You can ask any of our providers for more information. You can trust the care at Ashley Regional for you and your newborn. Ashley Regional, making communities healthier.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
On the current episode of Wild Air, Blake Finn takes us along on its archery deer hunt. Then we follow the DWR as they release some turkeys in the Book Cliffs. All of this on the latest episode of Wild Air. Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, Today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Welcome back to Duchesne High School. We got about 30 seconds before the start of the second half. Tabiona down by 6, and again, a defensive battle. You know, that looks like a first quarter score more than a first half score. And both teams out, ready to go. Duchesne came out a little later, but they're on the floor first, ready to see if they can't hang on to this lead, and Tabiona ready to see if they can't eat into it a little bit. Look for Tabiona to have a play called right here, coming out of the half to try to get a good look right off the bat. Probably for Bo. Yep, coming off the double screen up top, and they use the go down to Wagner. Wagner holding off. Lamborn underneath. And a great shot. Just the way they started the game. Same shot, but this time it went in.
Yeah, that's a pure shot there by Leffler. That's his second 3 of the night. Just a good-looking shot.
Pretty important timing for him, too.
Yeah.
You know, brings the game a little closer. Polson with the battle. And the ball goes Bo's way. Giles, a pretty good look as well.
So what was you thought there was a big deficit at half a little bit. It's 18-21 now. I mean,
it's a half, cut in half.
That's what's so cool about threes. They can make a big difference of what's going to happen.
Wagner with the ball, deep inside. Goes up left-handed, finishes it off.
What
it's
a
a one-point
sweet
game, Brandon.
spin move, man. I loved it.
Lamborn early. Now Lamborn's having to watch Wagner do it back to him. That's what I was talking about at halftime, with oftentimes shots go that weren't falling in the first half. And Giles, they're just going to give him the look. And they call it a double dribble, and he doesn't argue. No argument from him, so I didn't see it exactly. We got a handful of kids in front of us here. So we're looking between the monitor and the actual game. Bo with the ball, down 1, and look at that man-to-man pressure from Duchesne. Just not letting Fabrizio have the ball at all.
Yeah, Duchesne definitely doesn't want to get Tabiona comfortable in making all these shots. Like I said in the first half, when you're playing on the road, it's hard to come out here and start hitting everything. They just don't fall, but look at these first 2 shots. Here's Lewis, gets it open, but gets fouled there by Bo Bateman. Bateman doesn't want any part of Lewis getting going.
No, and we're going to see the L&L replay here real quick. And just a great give and go, and just a tackle practically from Tabiona. They don't have a football team, so they're working on their football program here at basketball. Hey, what I liked about that is Lewis, Chad, he was just focused on defense. And it's almost like Coach said, hey, focus on defense, your offense will come. And that was a pretty good offensive look he had there, even though he got fouled. Giles, nothing but net, pure shot. That's the kind of inbounds play that'll kill you. Can't leave him that wide open. And again, they're picking up Fabrizio clear up high, and he's just gonna attack the rim, and he just leaves it just a little short.
If Giles could get that 3 to go a lot,
Jarrett Spencer,
he'd be a hard man to guard.
Just comes right down and chucks up another 3. Leffler left on an island. And Fabrizio down in, and Leffler filling it. feeling it.
So Leffler with 3 threes on the night, looking to get Tabby right back in this game.
And they are. It's a 1-point game. Leffler with a little bit of a shove up top to Lewis. No harm, no foul. Polson with a great spin move. A nice 2-and-1. Good finish.
Good interior pass there also, and then he puts it in and gets fouled.
Polson's playing with a lot of confidence. When he gets the ball that deep in, he just says, hey, I'm going to make a highlight here. Wham! And not bad defense from Bo either. He's right there, standing there. And that's 3 3-point plays that have only ended up in 2 points. A couple for each team. That math didn't work so well, but something like that. Oh, and Fabrizio's so mad. So's the coach. Everybody thought he was fouled, except for the officials, who are the only ones that really matter. And where it was 6-2 in the first half on foul calls, 6-4 now. So it evens itself out as well, just like the shooting percentage. Boy, Chad says, I'm going to take this look, and maybe a little ill-advised, and then there's a foul. Not on Chad. Going to be on Bo, maybe.
If you looked underneath there, Cade Lambourne was trying to get position, but like I said, Tabiona wasn't going to let him get open this half, and they had him double teamed. So good adjustment in halftime for the coach to see that and put 2 guys on Lambourne and make someone else beat you. Chad Lewis isn't.
Fabrizio tucking in. Oh, and
almost gets it to fall, but he's going to get 3 shots at the line.
He just goes up so high. And you're going to see this on the L&L replay as he just comes up off the top, gets a great screen, catches and shoots, and he just leaps into the air. And, you know, they just kind of get under him. It's not that bad of a foul, but he earned it.
Yeah, that's some good lift there by Bo Pateman, and just a perfect release at the end. Almost gets it to go in. Bounces around the rim a couple times, it bounces out.
These 3-point plays from the line are tough today. Hey, a great sponsor, Moon Lake Electric, in operation since 1938. Owned by the people they serve, Moon Lake is a cooperative, not privately owned. Providing power to the area since 1938. Find and like them on Facebook. So 3 free throws, always tough to make, all 3 of them at every level.
And Bo hasn't got a lot of breaks today. He's been in the game almost the entire game, and you can see his face is just red. He's tired already, but he said he ain't gonna come out. There's no way.
Good finish, or good find to Lambourne. Inside out to Jarrett, and Lambourne with the rebound though. And a good spin move, similar to Paulson's earlier. Wagner's just like befuddled with that spin. Not sure what to do with it. 2 teams going back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, Lambourne just little bit bigger than Brendan Wagner. Just takes the spin moves, takes his guy, beats him. That's a good steal by Brendan Wagner there, though.
You know, the Duchesne Eagles trying to push the ball up the floor. Just pushed it a little bit late. And the ball's everywhere. It comes out to Fabrizio. And Jarrett puts the shutdown on him. Wagner. And that's that same play we talked about early in the game. Just coming across and looking for that little corkscrew hopper. Hasn't been super effective tonight. Leaves Tabiona down by 3. Giles looking to make it 6, and he does.
Giles with 2 threes right in a row. This is big for him because he's been struggling at the 3-point line this year. And if he can make that at a consistent basis, they'll have to come out and guard him. If you looked at the last game with Tabiona, they just left him open because he can't shoot that most of the time. So they're going to look to guard him now.
It's 10-10 in the 3rd quarter. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Dr. Carl Breitenbach, Dr. Rod Anderson, Dr. John Griffith, Dr. Daniel Kwok, and Dr. Ethan Pettit. All part of the great team for obstetric and newborn care at Ashley Regional Medical Center. Our obstetric team has over 80 years of combined experience in delivering your baby and working closely with a highly trained team of obstetrical nurses. Our pediatrics team can treat newborns at 34 weeks and older in our Level 2 NICU, providing you with the opportunity to stay close to home with your friends and family to support you. Our new Women's Center, opening in 2018, will provide the latest in amenities for your comfort and quality of care. Worried about costs? Our new Storks program can provide you with the help you may need. You can ask any of our providers for more information. You can trust the care at Ashley Regional for you and your newborn. Ashley Regional, making communities healthier.
Here we are back at Duchesne High School, where you see the cheerleaders rallying the crowd, see if they can keep their team up by 6, which is the difference in the first game this season over at Tabiona. And a lot of pressure put on Tabiona to get the ball inbounds. They find Fabrizio, and he goes to Fabrizio. Lose the rock. And that good high deny pressure from Duchesne. Just denying man-to-man. And another three-pointer. That makes 4 on the night. Somebody's on fire. Keep feeding him the rock. Let him shoot that thing. Leffler just loving it, filling the 3.
Leffler's been big tonight, but that was Wyatt Fabrizio at 3, and he says I can do it too, so huge shot.
That was Wyatt?
Yeah, that was Wyatt, number 15 in the corner there.
I think you're crazy.
Nope.
But that's a great shot then, Wyatt. We better see that one on the replay one of these days. Nurden's crazy. He lost his mind. Giles with a little jig-jag.
Little behind-the-back pass there to the three-point line. Great play. A little holding between there by Lewis and Leffler. Little battle.
Lewis with the under. That was a hike. Oh, nothing doing, but that's a great look. I like it. You know, a little low snap.
A little bit of a heat check there by Giles. Made 2 in a row at the three-point line. Tried the third one, didn't go, but man, I don't blame him on that shot. When I shoot a three-pointer and I make a couple in a row, you want to take the very next one too.
You gotta have a heat check.
For sure.
Nothing wrong with that. Fabrizio diving in deep, gets hammered as he goes up. Spencer says, what, me? That was my chin I fouled him with.
Jackson Fabrizio doing a good job of driving in and getting the contact there, so he'll go for 2 at the line there.
And you were right, this game just keeps staying close and tight and low scoring. Nobody's really getting off. It's just as soon as the Eagles get a 6-point lead, Tabiona seems like they're shooting free throws with under 3 points in between the two.
Yeah, and you can really see Tabiona starting to get comfortable on this court, and with this crowd, it's not a big deal anymore. So just some overall awesome play by both teams.
Is that Ludwig's back in? And Lamborn with the rebound over to Jarrett. Jared Spencer, look for him to pull back up. It's 5-on-1. And inside out, and it's in and out. And there's Ludwig with the big, huge rebound.
Good look by Jarrett, though. I mean, Jarrett Spencer, he's been money lately with the 3. There's Bo Bateman. Leffler with the fake.
That's the other Leffler.
That's Cameron Leffler.
There's the real original Leffler, right? All right, here we go.
Jackson Fabrizio takes the lane,
same
gets
play
the
as before.
contact.
This time Jarrett says, yeah, that was my chin. Thank you very much, official.
Offensive foul. Good position by Duchesne there. Look at him as he's standing. Is he moving, though? I mean, he's kind of moving.
You know, good Hollywood. Well done, Spencer. I want him for the soccer program. And they're going to maybe look to get one, or are they going to go for it? Giles is looking to go deep down in. The ball gets a little wild. Back out to Giles. And Tabiona putting a little high pressure of their own. You see Ludwig and they're just battling down in there. Oh, And Leffler with the
Yeah,
ball.
we're talking about the defense of Giles on Bo Bateman. How about Leffler on Chad Lewis, holding him down like crazy tonight. Great defense.
And I like Lamborn's battle. And another one, front rim. Chad Lewis gets it off. Nothing doing. That's the end of the third quarter. We'll see you at the beginning of the fourth.
At Moon Lake Electric, we are a locally owned cooperative with a deep history of providing dependable and affordable electric service to its customers for over 75 years. With a state-of-the-art electrical system, we are setting a standard for excellence in the electric utility industry. We are proud to call this place home, and we are happy to support our local schools and athletes. Find and like us on Facebook for energy-saving tips. Moon Lake Electric, keeping the power on.
We're back here at Duchesne High School where you see Coach Hoops getting a few last seconds of advice to his team before they start the fourth quarter. Up by 2. Here at home, Duchesne's ball right over here on the half mark. And Jarrett with the ball. Gonna see if Giles can make something happen here. You know, we'd be a little remiss if we didn't talk a little bit about the drill team. 13 championships, state championships in a row. And they are currently, at this moment, just making sure they make it to Saturdays. Giles throws one up, misses it, but Polson runs it down. Oh, I thought he was gonna look to hit that 3 from there. Again, the Duchesne Dancing Eagles are at state right now, looking to make a 14th run, and Lamborn, nothing but net.
Lamborn for 3. Unbelievable play by Lamborn today, or tonight, I'll say. Oh my goodness, takes the charge. On the other side, Lamborn gets it. It's an offensive foul, and it's going to Duchesne.
And you see,
that looked like it hurt.
You see Bo Bateman, he's a little bit shook up on that one. And he just went in strong. And Lamborn held his position. And he got a trophy because I'm sure that one's going to hurt in the morning.
I don't even have a stat for Lamborn at 3. I don't know if that might be his first of the year.
Well, it was a pretty one and pretty important timing. Polson just bullies back in. You know, Bateman's tough, but that's tough inside to play against a bigger kid, making post moves on you when you're an outside player. And just a great effort. Just Leffler comes in, and he just says, I have to score 2 right now. It's an important bucket for us. We're going to take this one up and get it.
Yeah, he just drives it in himself. He gets double teamed on the way up, but just say, hey, you're not stopping me. I'm going in.
And you see that matchup down low. And a little help. Wagner, nice job. The matchup I was talking about was Bo Bateman against Weston Polson. Weston's got to outweigh him by 25 pounds. And Bo's holding his own up there, or down there at the block. Wow, someone is feeling it.
Left for 3!
Wow. Dun, 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 number 5.
Oh.
Bring it down the house. Except it's not his house, so not bringing it too hard. But it's a 2-point game now. Every time Duchesne just about gets a good enough lead, you can give him a attaboy. Nothing going the way tonight for Chad Lewis. He goes in, goes up strong. You'll see here on the LNL replay. Just Bo slides in there and says, hey, I ran into someone, they gave me the ball back, or they gave them the ball. Or, you know, now here comes, turnabout. Well done, Bo.
Yeah, I got a nickname for this Cameron Leffler. Cameron Big, let's say we got a nickname for him.
You got one or not?
I'm thinking of one. How about Cameron Big Shot Leffler? I mean, he's had some big shots in the last couple minutes. 3 threes, big time 2 that he drove in. There's
Nice
another
job.
shot by one of his friends.
And
That's Jackson.
It's a tied up game. Joe, I would go with the Fab 5 from Leffler. That might be something you'll see on the sports pin this next week. Oh, and another great player in the game tonight. There's a rebound from Leffler. Lamborn misses one. The percentages evening themselves out. 36-36. We got a ball game, Brandon.
We sure do. Look at that pass, interior pass. Oh my goodness, it's a Brendan Wagner. He gets it in.
And it's a great pass from Bo. All right, Chad Lewis is due. He's due for something to happen good
He's
for him.
serious due on the shot. I mean, they have got to get him to establish in this last 4 minutes. It's got to happen. Cade Lamborn can't do it by himself.
And I like that Lamborn takes a patience, and he gets a good find. Number 23, Mortensen, does a great job of finishing. We got a timeout on the floor. Looks like to me they're going to have a 30-second timeout. Let's talk about some of our sponsors. L&L Motors, Strata Networks, Ashley Regional, Moon Lake Electric, and Savage. All of them bringing to you this great coverage from VTV. And you know they went to a full timeout, so we're going to go ahead and take a quick break.
On the current episode of Wild Air, Blake Finn takes us along on its archery deer hunt. Then we follow the DWR as they release some turkeys in the Book Cliffs. All of this on the latest episode of Wild Air.
So all of you at home keeping track of Leffler's three-point barrage, know that if you've watched the sports spin, I'm always right. It's got to be 5, Brandon, because I said so. Even if he's only made 4, and the other Leffler, Fabrizio made the other one, I don't care. We're still calling him the Fab 5. Unless he doesn't make another one, then we'll have to come up with another name.
Well, he's also made a lot of shots, so he's made at least 5 shots, so we'll go with that.
All right, thanks. Thanks for the bailout.
You bet.
All right, here we go. Wyatt Fabrizio up top, making a nice cut, good screen, and good defense. Well done, Duchesne. Wagner going in tight, and he loses the ball. Giles comes up with it. Probably a good timeout right there for Duchesne. Pretty good UCLA cuts. Oh, nice little look for Lewis.
And there
Just
it
what
is.
he needed.
Almost.
Just what we were waiting for. Great screen, double screen comes off that. You know they called that in the timeout. Next time we get the ball, Lewis needs a bucket, and he almost stole the ball.
Yeah, you just knew it was coming. I mean, you have to get this guy established and involved, and in the last 4 minutes, he's going to be a big part of their game plan in every single play. Big shot there by Tabiona. Jackson Fabrizio.
Right down the middle. Jumper, about an 8-footer, nothing but net. Mortensen up top with the ball, and he finds the man of the night, potentially Lamborn.
The bank is open, and it goes in. What a great shot by Lamborn. Turnaround.
Extends the 1-point lead to 3.
We are back and forth, back and forth. This is a great game to watch.
You know, anyone watching at home's got to be a little nervous that their son or
look at that
grandson
move.
is in this game. What a fun night to see your kid just stepping up. Both teams, everybody's stepping up. This got away from the defensive game, and now it's an offensive game, Brandon.
That was a really good play by Jackson Fabrizio, diving in, not taking an offensive charge, just stopped, pulled the fadeaway, nailed it.
Oh, they're going to call it blocked. And that's the hardest call to call in all of basketball. You see Wagner moving, definitely moving. He's not stationary on the L&L replay. stepping away, and he just gets knocked down, and probably the right call. Lamborn doing a great job.
That's good. It wasn't on Bateman. He only has 2 fouls. Wagner does now. So foul trouble's not an issue quite yet. Giles looking for somebody to get open, looking for somebody to cut.
A little quiet patience from Duchesne.
Look for Chad Lewis maybe to get off a screen here.
Chad is working to be a screener so that he gets the second look, I'm sure. Oh, and he just, there he is.
Great defensive play by Cameron Leffler, Mr. Fab 5.
Oh,
he nails it!
Woohoo! Just a crowd going nuts, and a deep 3 from Bateman. Look for Lewis. He's got the ball in his hand, and we really do have us a ball game here, Brandon.
Oh, mercy, do we ever. Bo Bateman just nails it from deep. Unbelievable play. Let's see if Chad Lewis can answer. He goes. He passes it to Lamborn.
And Lamborn chases that one down, and there it is for Jarrett. Just a little bit short.
Gets it in.
And the battle for the board underneath. Ball goes to Bateman. Minute left. It's a 2-point game. They're going to put a lot of pressure. Look for a trap here, and they do. They bring the trap. And coach calls timeout wisely because he can see the trap. We're going to stay here, talk a little bit about our sponsors, L&O Motors. Want you to remind you that it's the love of the game, the players, the competition, and the die-hard fans that matter most. Let each mile you drive in your L&L motor vehicle take you to the moments that matter most in life. Just like that moment right there. I'm sure Bateman will remember that one. That's his senior year against a crosstown rival. Knocks down a big 3-pointer. He'll either remember it for good or bad, and we'll know that in a minute and 10 seconds.
Yeah, both Bo Bateman and Chad Lewis had slow first halves, getting it going here in the second half, hitting 2 big threes. Just going back and forth. This game is so tight. You can see both coaches are intense in their huddles right now, telling their players to make a play, make the play to happen so that you can get the win tonight. Either you want to steal one away on the road from Tabiona, or you want to get a really good home win against a conference opponent. So let's see what they do.
And Duchesne is going to deny the ball, and play it hard. And Bo's going to try to waste some clock. He knocks down 5 seconds. Ooh, but great pressure from Giles. Holds him up. And the big man Leffler just running the point, no problem. Pressure everywhere. Foul is called. No harm, no foul. Well, little harm, little foul. That one's out on the side. 17 seconds off the clock. And, it's probably a good foul. You probably need to foul quick here. I would almost foul right away so that I could get this into the 1-and-1. Yep, then they're going to foul right away. Coach Hoops saw that, went, oh yeah, we got to get that foul out. So 19 seconds in, 2 fouls, and next one, Tabiona's shooting 1-and-1.
So tough in high school, no shot clock.
They're going to double team Bo and deny him the ball. No ball to Bo, and it leaves a man wide open. Fabricio.
Oh, he gets
there is
absolutely
no easy
hammered.
foul tonight, or no easy shot tonight in Duchesne. Big foul. And you're going to see here on the L&L replay, great find from Wyatt. And Wagner, 3 of them. You gotta make your layup with 3 of us on you, Duchesne says.
That's a big important time. 47 seconds left. You got to get that foul.
Well, it's an important foul. He's going to get 2 shots here, but it's so important because it was a sure bucket and a 4-point deficit, and the foul does go in the favor of Duchesne because he misses that first free throw. Now it's rebound time. We're going to ask this young lady. She's on the floor, walking to her parents, and they're like, what? Ref says, okay, here we go. Trying to ice Wagner, I guess. Little home cooking. Oh, and it does. Wagner with the miss. Lewis to Giles. It's a 2-point game. Are they going to go for 3 or are they going to go for 1? What do you got, Brandon?
I go for 2 on this play. You want to just extend the game. You want to get in there and get an easy shot. You don't want a 3.
Best shot possible.
Unless it's wide open.
3
yeah,
or 2,
best shot
possible.
But I like
the
play to Lamborn, and that's where you got to go.
And the game is tied with 25 seconds left. And my guess is that Tabiona takes the last shot. Nope. They go in hard, and they get a charge. That's Lamborn again. The man of the match, or the man of the night, Lamborn.
Yeah, I'm going to name him player of the game right now. I mean, this guy has been all over the place, making baskets, taking charges, and just all over. I mean, putting blocks, putbacks, 2-and-1 plays, and a three-point basket. I mean, this kid is on fire tonight. This is his night.
We're going to be a full timeout, so we'll take a break and hear a word from a sponsor. Be right back.
Founded in 1946 by the Savage family with a single truck, today, Savage is the leader in supply chain management solutions that are tailored to meet the needs of our customers across a variety of industries. We are a proud sponsor of high school sports coverage and the community here in the Uinta Basin.
Well, here we are back at Duchesne. See Coach Hoops again saying, guys, here's what we got to do. You know, the Duchesne with the ball at their end of the floor, or the Tabiona end of the floor. They got to go 94 feet to score, and Tabiona just needs to avoid a foul and play good defense here. Pretty much they don't want to let a shot go.
Yeah, normally I want this ball in the hands of Chad Lewis with the shot, but right now how hot Lamborn is, maybe I want him taking that very last shot. So let's see what happens here.
And Giles carries the ball, and no call from the officials. The fans go nuts on the opposite side. And Giles, little corkscrew hopper, and we are going to overtime, everybody.
What a game. Oh my gosh. It is just pandemonium going on here. Tabiona's up on their feet. Duchesne's up on their feet. We're going to overtime, John. This is awesome.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back with the conclusion. Maybe we're going to stay right here. I'm not sure.
We're still here.
All right, so I guess we're going to keep it here. We got a 4-minute overtime. We'll talk about one of our great sponsors, Strata Networks. Strata Networks is proud to be your local wireless provider. Right now, get a 4G smartphone for $0 down and upgrade in as early as 1 year with Strata Plus. Learn more at stratanetworks.com. Strata Networks brings you the latest mobile devices from your favorite brands. Visit them today and buy one, get one at select smartphone or on select smartphones. Strata Networks, we connect lives. Connecting you to this game tonight, Duchesne and Tabiona, 45 apiece, 4 minutes, and we're going to jump it up again. So the fouls become crucial right now. And did I hear right? Bo Bateman has 4 fouls.
I think he only has 3 because they gave it to Brandon Wagner. So
okay. So little trouble, not a lot. And
I
the
don't think
posturing here, who is going to win this? Wagner, Lewis, and Wagner does win it.
Big shot, Leffler has the ball.
Fabrizio loses the handle, gets it back, gets into Jarrett, and a little tense on the 8-foot banker.
Yeah, he got that one to go a couple minutes ago. Just not hard enough there.
Just a little different nervousness.
Well, once you get into overtime, yeah, your legs start to go on you, and so you're getting a little bit of tired, a little bit of high energy. There's a turnover. See, you kind of get the jitters back like you're at the start of a game when you go to overtime. It's crazy how that works out.
And it's a different jitter, an energy-less free. You know, you don't have as much energy, but they'll straighten it out here. Or one team will take a lead. Often in overtime that happens, but these two have battled so hard. And there's going to be a foul on Jaron Mortensen. And so Leffler's going to hit the free throw line. That was 4 on Mortensen. See if he can knock down a pair of, actually he's got a 1-and-1 here. Now he makes it 2.
That's a hard shot to hit. Free throw, crowds in your face.
He just stepped up there like it wasn't overtime.
Yeah, he just nailed it. That's big shot Leffler right there.
Big shot Leffler. With his fabulous 4 3-pointers.
Hey, there's still 3 minutes. He could get the
There you go.
He could get the
there.
5th three-pointer on this play.
Jarrett looking very, very determined right now. I'd get him the ball if I was Duchesne.
Cade Lamborn gets a cut. Intercepted there by Tabiona.
And Fabrizio Wyatt just went down on the ground with the ball and established his pivot. And Tabiona is going to take a timeout and do a little coaching with 2:45 left. We're going to take a full timeout. We'll be right back in 1 minute.
Dr. Carl Breitenbach, Dr. Rod Anderson, Dr. John Griffith, Dr. Daniel Kwok, and Dr. Ethan Pettit. All part of the great team for obstetric and newborn care at Ashley Regional Medical Center. Our obstetric team has over 80 years of combined experience in delivering your baby and working closely with a highly trained team of obstetrical nurses. Our pediatrics team can treat newborns at 34 weeks and older in our Level 2 NICU, providing you with the opportunity to stay close to home with your friends and family to support you. Our new Women's Center, opening in 2018, will provide the latest in amenities for your comfort and quality of care. Worried about costs? Our new Storks program can provide you with the help you may need. You can ask any of our providers for more information. You can trust the care at Ashley Regional for you and your newborn. Ashley Regional, making communities healthier.
Here we are back at Duchesne High School. Two teams battling for region supremacy. Tabiona needing this to stay alive for any chance of going to state, and Duchesne trying to hold on to some of what they hold at the top of their region.
Yeah,
Region 17.
Duchesne is 4-1 in their conference, and Tabiona is 2-3. So big. Ooh,
Jump ball, good call. Giles and Bo battling side by side all night long. That will be a turnover since the possession arrow goes the other way. Tabiona got the jump at the start of the overtime, which set the possession arrow to Duchesne.
yeah, Duchesne needs this game. They have to stay in line with Rich if they want to be atop of that conference and get into state for sure. And Tabiona trying to do what they want to do too.
Chad Lewis with a great drive to the hole. Gets his rebound over to Lamborn. Give Chad a little credit for the tap to Lamborn. We got us a 1-point game now.
Lamborn with that offensive rebound and putback. Huge shot for him. Big time night for him.
Everybody guarding heavy. And Fabrizio ducking in tight. And somehow he goes down. Nobody knows how. He doesn't really complain about it too much. So Duchesne up by 1. Lewis with the ball. Giles gets a take and nothing. Leffler with the rebound, and he gets hammered from behind. Lamborn falls down and just puts a leg into the back of Leffler, and he's going to shoot a 1-on-1.
I'd like to point out what Chad Lewis is doing without the ball. Great screen that he put on to get Giles wide open for that layup, but just didn't get it go in. Oh,
just a wince right there. Scared Leffler a lot.
Got his ankle tucked under there and slipped out of bounds.
And his knee and everything else. And he makes the important one, the all-important free throw for Tabiona to tie up the game. And gonna take this second shot. The tough one, he missed last time on the second shot, and not this time. So that 1-point advantage has gone both directions 3 or 4 times in the overtime. And here goes Giles now with his turn to see what he can make happen for Duchesne. Great screen from Lamborn, and he's open underneath. gets knocked down. I think if the ball goes in there, probably gets a foul called. Lamborn open again. Giles up top. Polson, good find, Giles.
Giles again with the eyes behind his head, just knows where his guys are at all time.
Lamborn inside out, and Giles with a huge three-point shot, but Polson pulls it down, and not
Spencer with the three!
Just a great three. Oh, and coach is trying to get a timeout called, and the offside ref official gets the call. Home team up by 2. We'll keep it right here. 30-second timeout. Savage is proud to be a sponsor of VTV's coverage of live high school sports. Moon Lake Electric, in operation since 1938. Ashley Regional, making communities healthier. Y'all know about Strata and the great things they do. And there's the L&L replay on Jarrett Spencer, knocking down what could be a very important bucket to take the lead away from the 1-1 back and forth to give the home team a 2-point advantage. And the last sponsor would be L&L Motor. Appreciate those guys. Thank them for all they do. Look at that team. Look at Coach battling, all the kids battling. And, you know, the 1A teams in the Uinta Basin are very well matched. I got to watch Duchesne and Altamont. Altamont came on top by 2 points, and they had previously lost to Duchesne. And now Tabiona just putting a great game together. It's a shame either team has to lose games like this. Great overtime, but we're not done yet. We got 49 seconds, and Tabiona with the ball.
Yeah, effort plays win overtime games, and Jarrett Spencer, he knocked down that shot, but it was Weston Polson with the offensive rebound that threw it back out to him. He deserves a lot of credit on that play. Bateman for 2.
And who rebounded that? That'd be Lamborn. And the hurry-up foul, they go to Chad Lewis and see if they can't foul him with 30 seconds left. And Lewis struggling a little bit tonight to get off and score, but I'm here to tell you, he made his last three-point shot. Look for him to knock these both down.
Yeah, and he's done other things well tonight, too. He's played really good defense against his defenders, and then also has done killing it on the screens and getting people open, and making big-time free throws at the end of games is huge. 3-point game.
So this is a pretty important free throw. It ices the game, creates it a two-score option, but no, he missed it. Leffler with the rebound. He's gonna bring it down himself. He's got this. He's gonna go all the way. So he's like, somebody come get it from me. Or not, maybe not.
Call timeout maybe here. He's getting a little bit in trouble.
And coach does call it before. So they've got the ball right down there by coach. 15 seconds left in the overtime. We'll keep it here. Tell us, you know, what do you think there, Brandon? What are they going to do?
You know, I think they just
they gotta come in and shoot the three-pointer now.
I think it's the three-point for sure, and I think that you get the ball to Big Shot Leffler and get him that fifth three-pointer that you think that he can.
You know, and I don't think you normally do that, and so maybe it's not the right guy. You know, maybe you go to one of the guy that I don't know if he always shoots those or not. Does he?
Leffler, oh yeah, he's a great three-point shooter.
How many does he get all year long?
He's had 26. Oh no, where is he at?
Leffler. Leffler, three-point shots.
17. So he's got.
So you got Bateman, who's made 33.
You know, I like the shot to Bateman as well. Either one of those guys, Leffler, Bateman, those guys can drain it. Wyatt Fabrizio also is a big-time shot at the three. I think you could go to him as well. So you got a lot of options if you're Tabiona, but I think that you don't just take it to the first guy. You got to get him wide open, get this shot.
Get a good double screen, let someone come off the top, knock that down. You might have enough time to go get a bucket going to the basket, try to get the 2-and-1, but with today's game, I'm all for shooting a three-point shot. And go right back to Wyatt. Wyatt's gonna take this shot.
There's Bo Bateman for three!
Bateman. And he gets hit, no call, coach is angry. 3 seconds left. Jarrett Spencer says, I'm holding the ball, I ain't moving. You can come foul me. That is a tough tough game for either team to lose. You know, Bateman looked to me to get fouled on the shot.
Yeah, coach wanted
Hard for the refs to call that. You know, it was a light touch, if anything, and definitely a block, if nothing else.
Yeah, Coach Gines definitely wanted that foul. I like the
free
pass to Bo Bateman. I mean,
big free throw. Jarrett Spencer. You know, we had the drill team on the sports spin last night, and geez, nothing there. Anyway, what a great game. Hey, let's take a look at some of our highlights from this wonderful basketball game where Duchesne won the game late in overtime. And here we go. There's Giles going in strong. Wagner with a nice layup. Wagner again with another drive. And then Duchesne with a great three-pointer here. Jarrett. And then the man, Lamborn. And then that great steal, and then just race down to the other end. And then Leffler. And Polson. Geez, just good plays. I mean, just good basketball. Wagner again. Play after play after play. And then here we go with just a run of
Mr. Man
Lamborn.
Just getting it done tonight. Huge game.
Who's going to make the next highlight? Lamborn. Who's next, Brandon?
Again. There's Lamborn again. Big shot. And Lamborn again.
And one more time, Lamborn. So.
There's Mr. Big Shot Leffler, Mr. Fab Five. Just an outstanding game by him as well.
One. And that's number 2 against number 2. Lamborn. And there's
Clay Giles with a nice shot, nice three. There's Wyatt Fabrizio, the one that you thought that Leffler had.
And there's Wyatt with a good, important finish up there.
Leffler again.
Just shots. Look at that shot. Just important shots. Everybody making the ones they have to make. And that is a great find for just the patience that Lamborn showed there. And a big free throw, a big three-pointer
By
for
Chad Lewis, yeah.
Not as many shots as normal, but an important one. And Bateman with just a focused shot there. And again, Lamborn. Thank you, L&L, for those replays. Thanks, everybody, for staying tuned. We'll see you next time. Take a look at our website at vtv.channel6.com and look up our coverage schedule. We'll see you next time.
We're out.